I would bring. No. Forgot to hit record.
And visual slate. That sucks. That was like 20 minutes of no audio. All right, so take two. Okay, it's okay. Hey guys, how's it going? So in today's video, we're gonna talk about one camera setting that you can change to drastically improve your photography. So last November, I went to Japan and I brought this little X100V with me, and it completely changed my perspective on photography. And so as I look back at the photos that I took, I was really happy with a lot of the photos that I took on that trip. And so it got me thinking, why were there so many that I was really happy with? Which is usually not something that I get excited about. I never get excited about my own work. I always dislike my own work, and even looking at it now, I'm not 100% satisfied. There's a lot of things that I wish I would have changed and wish I would have taken, but it made me think of one specific reason why I enjoyed the process of taking photos. And so that's what I want to talk about in today's video, is how aperture priority completely changed the way that I take photos now. Okay, I just want to make everything clear. From day one, when I got my first Canon T2i, I would consistently shoot in manual mode. I, for the last probably 12 to 15 years, have been shooting exclusively manual because I love the control I get over my camera. I'm able to dial in every single settings and be super minute with every little change that I want the camera to do. And I hate taking photos on cell phones or, anything that has full automatic, because it often gives me a result that I don't want. And so for the longest time, I never even used aperture priority or basically know anything about any of the other settings because my default setting was always manual. And it's super important to know your camera and to know exactly what your camera can do and how to use manual setting, which is something I'll do in a later video. But I think as a good stepping stone for anyone who's into photography, using aperture priority should be the first setting that you look at doing instead of jumping straight to manual. Or even using automatic, because automatic, you're not gonna understand what your camera is doing, but at least with aperture priority, you're changing one super critical detail that affects the creativity in the photo that you're taking. Okay, so what is aperture priority? Basically, aperture priority, which depending on the camera model that you have, is the little A setting that you have. So aperture priority will give you control over the aperture, which is the amount of light that the lens allows into your camera sensor. In my last video, I talked about the differences in aperture from a lower number to a higher number, but basically the lower number that you have, the blurrier the background will be, and the higher the numbers, so anything between f8 to f22, will give you more depth of field, so you'll see further into the background. When you set your camera to aperture priority, you forget about all the other technical settings that needs to go into the camera. So you don't have to worry about shutter speed, you don't have to worry about ISO, the camera will take over that. The camera does a really good job at adjusting those settings. You don't have to worry about anything. You can start by thinking creatively one step at a time. So since you have control over aperture priority, you can basically, do you want the blurrier background or do you want more depth of field, So that's the first thing you can start thinking about, what you want in your photos. So you're not just snapping away, but you're creatively thinking of what do I want to achieve. And so aperture priority is not perfect. It won't give you a good photo every single time. It's super important to know how to use manual setting on your camera, but I think sometimes you just want to forget about all the settings and just take nice photos, and aperture priority is a great way to do that. Just not having to change settings and just really focusing on the frame that I wanted was a huge eye-opener. And so I think nowadays cameras have gotten so good at detecting a scene and kind of picking the right lighting for it that you really don't need to feel intimidated by switching over right away to manual mode. Aperture priority is a wonderful place to start. And so if you're looking at getting into photography and you feel the whole manual setting is very, very daunting, just try Aperture Priority. It'll be a great way for you to kind of get started and to try things and to start thinking about composition and creativity with Aperture. And then, you know, when you get to situations where it's too dark and the ISO bumps up and you're getting too much noise into your image, you can look at, you know, some of my other videos and figure out how to use ISO in a more creative way. And so because I edited everything in Lightroom, I'm kind of curious to know if you guys would be interested in a Lightroom breakdown in how I edit photos in Lightroom. And again, I'm not a professional photographer, but I do love photography, and I feel like I can share a lot of what I know and hopefully help you guys take more photos and be more happy with the photography that you guys do. Because at the end of the day, it's really important to just create and not feel, you know, limited by the technology or limited by all these camera settings. It's something that you're going to learn over time. And I've been doing this for like 15 years now, so I feel super confident about all camera settings, and it's really entered my subconscious, so I'm not thinking about what I need to do for a specific situation. I know exactly what I need to do because I've taken thousands of photos and messed up thousands of times until I got to the point that I'm at now. All right, thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys liked this video. This was super quick. If you have any questions about Aperture Priority or different settings that you guys want to try out, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And so I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like on this video if you liked it. Just go grab your camera, go take some photos, enjoy, set it to Aperture Priority mode. Don't worry about all the settings and just have fun with photography, because that's the thing that's going to get you inspired and make you want to take more photos. And let's talk about it. All right? Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video, and ciao. Besides you guys, I also have a little audience member, Ouija, buddy. So cute.